To me, the takeaway is about the importance of an emotional connection in a partnership or a marriage. And we see from the very beginning that Mike and Ellen don't seem really emotionally connected. They're very immersed in their work, they're very immersed in the house they're trying to build, but they aren't really immersed in themselves. And then at the birth of baby Isabel, their emotional connection is weak, they're in different bedrooms. And so along the way, we see that there isn't a lot of emotion. And so if you're looking for a partner, you want to partner with somebody who you feel connected to, who actually has an emotional reaction to you and emotionally wants to be around you. Because if not, it's going to be very easy for them to be away from you or to have conflict with you.
Having a new baby can disrupt a couple's intimacy. And it's understandable because it's a major life change. It requires a lot of work at all hours of the night. It can be hard for people to feel sexy in the midst of all that. I think that the first step in not letting that happen is to know that it's possible and to actively work against that from the beginning by not getting off into patterns of we're going to sleep in separate rooms so that one of us can get sleep and one of us can be available for the baby, or we're going to just think that it's normal to go for weeks or months or a year without intimacy because that's just what new parents do.
When couples have a child, oftentimes the focus goes off of the couple and onto the child, and that's fine, except for when intimacy starts being impacted. And by intimacy, I don't just mean like physical contact, I mean that connection, that couple time. And so it's really important to fix that if you find that you're running into trouble in that department. And one way to do that is to make sure that the two of you are in the same bed. So if you are one of those parents that believes that the child can be a part of the bed, then both parents need to be there as well. And there needs to be time where the kid is watching TV or asleep and you're taking time to connect. A second thing that I think is really important is to just make sure that you do what I call bookend connections, which is the kiss goodnight and the kiss good morning. It's that brief moment that says we're still a couple, we still matter, even though we have a child.
It's very normal for a spouse in Mike and Ellen's position to be thrown for a loop by a chronic illness diagnosis in one of the spouses. There are all kinds of negative emotions wrapped up in it. There's sadness in it, there's anger in it, there's fear in it. And so it can feel overwhelming. It can cause people to want to flee, escape the situation sometimes, at least in a fleeting crossing of their mind kind of way. But I think this is why we have a vow of in sickness and in health, because at the end of that day, spouses need to be able to count on the fact that the other one is going to be by their side as they go through it. And even the most committed people to that vow find it hard.
There is no way to get a diagnosis like Mike got with his MS and not have an emotional reaction. And there is no way as a couple like Mike and Ellen to get a diagnosis like that and to not have an emotional reaction. It is very important that you let yourselves have whatever those feelings are. And it's really important that you two make a decision that you're going to walk through the details of this together, step by step as it goes. So the first thing that you want to do is gather information together, do research together, talk to doctors together, problem solve together. Those are the kind of things that are going to keep you bonded together as things get hard.